Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik and this is the Game War in the Pacific Admins Edition. This is my play by PBEM match against Xargun. Here's the Allied Commander and for me it is Empire of Japan, Scenario 1, game version 26B, standard stock, no mods. Yesterday was more or less maybe the worst day. Karaga is heavily damaged but luckily in port. And here is now my surface cover force for my carriers engaging the enemy destroyer. Yesterday got 2 bomb hits. And here immediately a torpedo hit and this is the end of the battle. So very successful. So Xargun lost now 3 destroyers in the last 24 hours more or less. If this is enough to balance out the heavy damage on Kara, I don't think so, but yeah. At least in 42 there's maybe a lack of enemy destroyers, so less destroyers, less escort. More survival chance for my submarines in the long run. Good. Here is also a submarine and this is shallow water, so there's maybe a possibility to damage something. But only one hit is not enough. But most important is my tankers are secured. And I also need fuel in Perth. I need supplies and fuel. Perth is really like New Zealand at the end of the supply lines, and I don't have ships and I don't have something left to ship to my units at the edge. This is now the Allies, I think, concentrate airstrikes against my troops, because yesterday my army was not able to really achieve something, and likely today the Allies counterattack. But because this is rough terrain, it's very hard to really hit something on the ground. My carriers are also catching up with the enemy retreating, and there's a next destroyer getting damaged. And the AP. Not sure if this is an AP from yesterday. Okay, so this AP is for sure dead. The destroyer maybe still slip away. Problem is that this kind of second class fleet carriers are not really fast, so I cannot go full speed. They don't have the capacity for this, and they not even can reach high-end speed. Good. Now I try to sweep enemy cap, and I find here the P-39s, Aerocobas, and I guess this is a success for my zeros because my pilots are better and the zero is also better. So this looks successful, but we will see how many really are dead at the end. One attacks the first area. Enemy is running. Good casualties. Bendwing. Supply hits are always nice. And this is an enemy mobile motorized brigade or motor brigade. I would call them simply mobile infantry. Good. Second airstrike against this APs. Then there's the next AP damage, and there's a West Point, a super big premium AP that you can see that I missed the target. Yeah. But I'm not so sure if there's really a calculation of ship size. There's at least speed and maneuver values for ships. So, and I think West Point is very fast, and maybe even they have high maneuver values, so they can maybe dodge this kind of strikes better. Anyway, this one AP is heavy fire, the other one is escaping. Maybe two more. And something is sinking. Good. Next battle of Sinning. Not really a success, but for me it's only disabled. Fort is down, Chinese are dying, so it's okay. And this is empty base. And still no victory over the High Command of New Zealand. Now it's the Allies are taking me, and I have really only my regiment here. But this is elite regiment, and I have the terrain. And you can see that more or less I double my attack value, and the enemy is not so successful and losing a lot of disabled only, but his tanks are heavily disabled. And for me it is only some more units destroyed. Infantry is easier. Much easier, I mean, at least for the Japanese, more easy to replace. So maybe Xargun will try tomorrow again, we will see. But it is not an easy victory for Xargun to overcome my regiment. Good. So some successes today, but not really a super important battle. In the air it looks good because there are 10 Era Cobras destroyed. That is a clear good victory, and because there was no one dead and there is no one dead. But I also have still no ace. Pity. But it's okay, not really need this. There was one ship sinking, and maybe this is a both destroyers. So one destroyer go down with a torpedo hit that I saw, and the other destroyer maybe burned out. So there was no real big battle. I was saying maybe this is seeing, but I will simply rest my forces and try some days again, later again. Nothing else here in China. A little low on supplies. Burma is low on supplies. You can see never enough. Ceylon looks good. Carrier is in dock. No airstrike against my carrier, so that is fine. So I have both now, destroyer and carrier under repair. No major or high risk situation. If there's an airstrike coming, I have a lot of fighter force here. So we can have maybe a big air battle. But not sure if the Allies can really defeat my fighters here. I don't know how many fighters I have here, but you can see I have 138 fighters in the base, 110 already, and others are still coming back because I had to unload the carrier from Kaga. So that is a lot. And these are all elite pilots. So nothing really to see, to show. I can see 2 APs here. So maybe there was a destroyer I found, but the APs I missed. Maybe this was another task force I had no detection before. I will not really hunt them. It's too risky. If I come too close to Melbourne, there are for sure Catalinas. If I go in this direction, I need air cover. And more important is to hunt normally down these ships here. So I will try to find these two task forces and kill them. And let these guys escape. And if they escape back to Melbourne, then they're trapped in Melbourne. Number one priority is normally to interrupt and block all incoming ships. Outgoing ships are secondary target. So New Zealand High Command is still fighting. Let them fight. Maybe another day. And there was a battle here. This time the Americans attacked. My regiment is getting better, I would say. I lost maybe some of these more disabled squads, but fatigue and disruption is already getting better. And my garrison units are also, this guy is not completely disabled. So, and you can see also that the experience of this kind of troops it's really a second line unit. More for defense, not for striking. Goodie. Then see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.